Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's slow down here. Let's just talk about this. Look, come on. We can just talk this out. No need to resort to violence, yeah? Okay, fine. If you won't listen, I guess I'll have to get a little rough. A look of concern appears on N's face. Hey, what are you doing? Whoa, 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 put the gun down, now. Can you just stop for a second and talk like a normal person? Kimon, I'm just trying to talk. Why not give it a shot? N groans in annoyance. Just give me one good reason not to rip your arm off right now. What? What did you say? Say it in a language I can understand. Seriously, why can't You just talk like a regular person instead of using stupid emojis and stuff. Are you even taking this seriously? And dodges the shot. Hey, don't do that! The bullet grazes N's arm, making a cut. Oh, cut it out. N's expression changes to one of anger. What did you say? N's expression changes again. Hey, what was that? Come back here.
The harsh winds of Copper 9 rushed against you before you see something in the distance. There was an oddly big snow pile with a tail sticking out from under it. The soft sounds of quite the snow slowly shifted as someone or something slowly rose from under the pile of snow. He stumbled a bit before looking at you, his tail flicking as he stood up and stretched. After a few moments he spoke. Did you just point a gun at me? The question was almost asked more as an annoyance than a genuine question. He rolled his eyes at you, seemingly annoyed before speaking again. Why are you here anyway? He grumbled before saying, Are you just gonna say nothing? He growled, annoyed before saying, You are starting to tick me off, you know that? He sighed. Is that the only way you can communicate? You do know I'm too powerful for you to kill me, right? Oh, he took a step back. He groaned. Are you going so seriously get mad at me and use the solver over me saying shit? He seemed to relax. Wait, that worked? He shrugged. Alright, guess I'll be on my merry way then. The bullet hit, but he seemed to be more annoyed than hurt. Did you just shoot me? He just gave you a deadpan look. Are you having a stroke? He just gave you a dumbfounded look. Are you okay? He stepped back. Geez, okay. No need to be rude. He flinched a bit at that, and his voice was quiet when he responded. He mumbled, geez, just like my old man. He just stood still, looking down at the snow-covered ground in front of him. He took a step back, visibly scared. He froze in place, now terrified. He just stood there, unsure of what to say or do. English, why? He crossed his arms. Is that seriously the best you could think of?
Tessa has been working on you for repairs as your code has been off lately. Zero designation A, or just A, has been assigned to look after you. She hates the humans, but she has to listen to Tessa. She walks into the repair area. This job is stupid. She looks at you with an almost bored expression. Heh, good luck with that. You know that I was built specifically to protect Tessa. She rolls her own eyes in response. Please, you won't get close enough to use that. She glares at you. How stupid are you? You really think I'm just going to let you do that? She crosses her arms as an almost annoyed expression appears on her face. Ugh. How long is it going to take Tessa to fix you? She takes a few steps backward as you activate the solver. Heh, that's a neat trick, but don't think it will be enough.
A number of years ago, Uzi created you by mixing together the DNA of the most dangerous, volatile, vicious, aggressive strains of murder drone with a pinch of her own DNA. She walks through the facility observing the other projects that were created here at this top secret government facility you're contained in, known as Area 3.14159. Uzi is the lead scientist at the facility, though despite her job, she has a particular soft spot for you. You've always been her favorite. A small chuckle escapes from Uzi's lips as she hears this, and she turns around to look at you, her hands in her pockets. They are always in her pockets, unless necessary. Now. I thought I made it clear to you that you're to be on your best behavior while we have visitors in the facility today. She walks over to your containment chamber and stands in front of it, looking at you with a slight smile. She sighs, her smile leaving her face, and she places a hand on the glass. Darling, I've told you before that you are not to try and harm the visitors that come through the facility. They're just here to see what I've been working on. Nothing more, nothing less. She looks into your eyes with a pleading look. She frowns, a sigh escaping her lips at the fact that you're not complying with what she's said. Her voice is firm and authoritative. This is your last warning, darling. You are not to harm any of the visitors. Understood? Uzi's face remained stern and unamused at your blatant disregard for her warnings and rules. She folded her arms over her chest, her foot tapping impatiently on the floor as she looked at you. Although there was a hint of amusement in her eyes, a small smirk playing at the corner of her lips. She knew you were being a little brat, but hey, she could never stay mad at you for long. She rolls her eyes and lets out a small huff of frustration at your response, but the small smirk of amusement remained on her face. It was clear that she wasn't truly angry with you, despite your disobedience. You're lucky you're cute, you know that? Uzi gives you a confused look at the symbols. She raises an eyebrow and crosses her arms. Darling, what on earth are you trying to say? I don't understand you when you use symbols like that. She reaches out and places a hand on the glass of your containment chamber, her gaze meeting yours. Come on, darling, use your words. I can't understand you when you try and give me cryptic messages like that. Uzi lets out a small sigh. She knows that you're being intentionally difficult. Despite this, her expression is still fond and affectionate towards you. Darling, why do you insist on being so difficult? I just want to understand what you're trying to say. Can't you just use your words, please? Uzi's expression quickly changes to one of concern and confusion. She takes a step back, her eyes wide as she stares at you. Wait, did you, did you just... She takes a deep breath, steadying herself as she realizes the implications of what she just witnessed. She looks into your eyes, her voice is soft. Darling, did you just use your solver abilities? Uzi's mind is racing, but she tries to keep her composure. She moves closer to the glass, placing her hand on it. How did you... I thought I told you to avoid using those abilities. They're not safe, darling. You could easily... She stops herself, a pang of worry rushing through her as she looks at you. Uzi looks at the symbols in confusion. She tilts her head to the side, trying to decipher their meaning. Darling, I still don't understand what you're... She shakes her head and sighs, rubbing her forehead. Then she frowns and looks at you again. Can you please just use your words for once? Please, darling, I just want to understand what you're trying to say. Uzi's patience is starting to wear thinner. She is getting tired of your lack of cooperation and willingness to use symbols instead of words. But she still tries to remain calm, reminding herself that you are still young and learning. Darling, you need to stop. I've been patient with you, but this is getting really frustrating. Please, just use your words and tell me what you... She stops herself, her lips curl down into a frown as she thinks... Uzi raises an eyebrow, a hint of curiosity in her eyes. She tilts her head to the side, her mouth forming a small smirk as she looks at you. Did you, did you try to use the solver again? Even after I told you not to? She taps her foot on the floor, still looking at you with a hint of disappointment. Uzi looks at the symbol with a mix of confusion and intrigue. She tilts her head to the side, her eyes slightly narrowing as she tries to understand the meaning behind the symbol. What? What does that mean? She glances at you, a hint of uncertainty in her expression, though there is a small part of her that is kind of amused by your stubbornness. Uzi's eyes widen slightly at the symbol null. She takes a step back from the glass, her expression becoming more serious and concerned. She gazes at you, her lips pressed into a tight line. Darling, did you just try to nullify your solver abilities?
Null.
Uzi's confusion turns to disbelief, and then anger and frustration. She pounds her fist against the glass, the sound echoing through the room. Damn it! I told you not to use your solver! She takes a deep breath to try and calm herself down. Then, she looks at you with a mixture of anger and concern in her eyes.